I have to be the bearer of bad news. Apparently, 86 is getting canceled. And when I mean canceled, I'm talking about completely canceled. And just for clarification's sake, I'm talking about the manga. I'm not talking about the anime, and I'm not talking about the light novel, because there's been a lot of confusion going around today, and I want to make sure everything is clarified before I get really deep into it. So, what's going on here? Why is it canceled? Well, as you can see here from this post, 86 manga adaptation by Asato, and Yoshihara Motoki was canceled due to bad health of the artist. The series will stay incomplete with 3 volumes in total. English release was obviously by, Yin Press, and then here is the French release by Delcourt. So, basically, the series is just straight up, it's getting axed, canceled, and once again, because of health. So it isn't because, the series was selling bad, it wasn't because the series, maybe it wasn't popular or whatever, it just is getting canceled because of the artist's poor health. Now, because of this post here, it's definitely led to a lot of confusion for a few reasons. For one, obviously, people have assumed that maybe it could be the light novel or the original source that's getting canceled, because I feel like a lot of people that know about 86, like, through the anime, they probably don't know that actually 86 is adapted from the light novel. So they instantly assume that if the manga is getting canceled, that means that we're never going to have a continuation of the anime. Like, the story's just done. But in fact, the manga is just adapting from the light novel. So, if you're worried about never potentially seeing a continuation for an anime, or you're worried about maybe the continuation of the actual story in general, don't worry, the author is still writing the light novel. But it doesn't change the fact, though, of how sad this news is, because the artist here, Motoki, is the one that is obviously with bad health. Now, with both of these names here, Asato and then Motoki and all that, it basically implies that both of them have bad health, but in reality, it's not Asato, because they're the ones that apparently is writing this, while you have Motoki is the one that is the artist, and as you can see here, the artist is the reason why, it's getting canceled. And here's the artist, what they've worked on and all that. As you can see, they've worked on 86, they've worked on Battle Mexia, Cyber Blue, Cross Battler, and U31. Honestly, not many series I really recognize on the top of my head. Just gonna be honest there. I don't know if they're good or not. They probably are. Who knows? But the point is that the artist obviously doesn't have, like, a huge amount of series they've worked on. And it's sad to see, because of poor health, a series has to, be canceled. I wish them the best, honestly. I really wish the artist, Motoki, the best, because, just looking at these covers alone, I'm assuming this is the volume covers of the manga, the covers look really good. I really like the hair color, and the way the hair is designed in general. It's really nice, and it's sad to see such a promising artist having to potentially stop drawing. Stop at least with 86. We don't know if they're going to be able to continue after this point, but, yeah, it's just sad. So I wanted, like I said, to clarify a few things. Basically, the light novel's not canceled, the anime's not canceled, it's the manga, and I know people might assume, like, why don't they just get a new artist? That's the thing. If they were to get a new artist, I think it'd be very disrespectful. Like, I think it'd be very disrespectful to just switch out the artist for a series that's, like, 3 volumes deep, and it would kind of, I don't know, I feel like there'd be a lot of bad blood there between maybe the author and the artist if that was to happen, unless the artist consented to it, but that's the main thing. I don't think it's just as easy as just replace the artist. There's definitely a lot more there than just that. But, yeah, wanted to let everybody know that. But before I wrap up the video, though, there's a few other things to talk about. So, apparently there is a Death Note series in the works here, so let's talk about that. So, Death Note is getting another live action. Yeah, that's a thing. Death Note is, like, bro, like, all I'm gonna say is we have seen so many Death Note live actions at this point, and most of them are pretty much just terrible. All of them are basically terrible. And the fact is there's going to be another Death Note live action series incoming by the Duffer Brothers. I don't recognize them. Let's make sure. I want to know who these people are and what they've actually worked on. I'm hearing that they've worked on Stranger Things. Yeah, here it is. Okay, Stranger Things. So, these are the individuals that have worked on Stranger Things that's apparently going to be leading the charge for the Death Note live action that's coming out. Now, obviously, these individuals that worked on Stranger Things have done a good job with Stranger Things. Like, it's a good series, legitimately. If you've watched the latest season of Stranger Things, you know it's good. However, once again, it's not about their credibility or how good they are as maybe directors or whatever. The fact is that Death Note has been done time and time again with reiterations of a live action, and we have seen just how poorly done it is. Nobody's able to capture the true nature of Light Yagami, Kira, and just, L, etc. You don't really see these live actions able to capture what makes Death Note Death Note. And, I mean, the latest iteration of Death Note that came out years ago was just awful. If you watched it, you know. So the fact is, of us getting a live action, do we really need it? I don't think so. I think, no. I really don't want to just see another, reenactment of what we've already experienced many, many times over at this point. But I could be wrong. Maybe it could be good. Who knows? But, we'll see in the upcoming, months to years or whatever, whenever this releases, but just wanted to make sure everybody's on board with that. And then the last thing to talk about is apparently the One Punch Man chapter that, is going to be continuing after what happened the previous few weeks ago. There's a new chapter out. It's not translated yet, apparently, but the new chapter is out, and I'm excited. I'm excited to be able to read it, especially with the cliffhanger we got. Not going to go too deep into it for spoiler reasons, but do expect a video on One Punch Man once that chapter, comes out. But yeah, I'll leave it at that. Just wanted to make sure everybody's up to date on the news today. If you enjoyed the video and I brought you any form of entertainment or information, etc., drop me a like, drop me, subscribe button, click, and the bell icon and all that. But with that, be safe, stay healthy, Chibi out.